All righty. All right. So that's working now. That'll be up in a minute. Where did we stop off? SMNR. Okay. Well, let's check it out. If we really like SMNR at 30.50. Okay. BMNR. Sorry. All right. Let's do this right there. 30.50 right here. One contract would look something like that. And here and here, we by one covered call MNR. 28 November. That means this for this coming Friday. Okay, the $30.50 call option against the stock. 193 is the profit. 2,800 is the investment. What numbers does that look like? Well, bring out our calculator. 193 is the profit. The investment is 2857. That's a great 6.7%. That can't be right. Can't be right. 6.7%? Why the hell not? You know what I mean? But do you like that company? That's a good question. Here we go. Right here. There it is. BMNR. 28 November. That's this Friday. The $30.50 call option. 193 is the profit. 2,800 is investment. The return is 6.7. That definitely deserves me to save it. $6.7. There we go. Bloody jolly good. Let's see what else we got coming. I'm going to write that one, BMNR, for next week. All right. Now, we did come up with TSM. Does anybody know who TSM is? Taiwan Semiconductors. I have about 0.59 worth of Bitcoin. What should I do next? Just sit, chill, relax. I love earnings reports because they always bloat the premiums nicely. Most of the time, they're beats. And they go up occasionally if they go down. Okay, fine. Forgot about Bitcoin. If they don't need the money, just let it ride. Crypto has no rhyme or reason. Yep, I'm going to agree with that also. No reason to crypto. Talking about coals. Let's go. Let's check it out. Coals. Coals was on the list. KSS. Here we go. Coals. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up. 1573. The 16s are going for 82. Hell yeah. And look at this right here. Top pulls back. Now she's turning back up again. Well, I like that. Let's zoom into the 30-day, get a better view. 24 there. Here's your last 30 days. Now, it should be evident. It should jump right out at you. 5 things. Are you ready? High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up. It's going in upward direction right now. Here's your bottom right there. 1, 2 days the upside. Here's your third day right there. Why not? If you like coals. It's always that tricky question. Do I like coals? All righty. Okay, thank you. Is it smart to buy during an earnings week? Now, Kevin, I can't give you the answer to that question because I've seen positive earnings where stocks go down. I've seen negative earnings where stocks go up. So it's always going to be the mood of the market maker. That's my guess. All right. Oh no, not a bit minor. Yep, I hear you. It's only 1 penny dividend. Yep. Okay, so next on the list, McDonald's, Mickey D, MCT. 5 things. Go. See how quick you can get them. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up, down, up. Is it really that evident it's going? Here's your 30-day high, 30-day bottom, and yep, she's going up. She's at 304. The 305s, hell no. Sorry. I like Mickey D's, I do, but if I'm buying it at 304, I want at least a $3 premium. What's the premium they're offering? $1.80. That's like a 0.5%. No thanks. Skipping over Mickey D's. It's only 1 penny. Yep. ASR. Luis. ASR. What the hell is that? ASR. All right, Luis. Here I said, please. December, January, March, June. These are all months of the year. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work out. Sorry, dude. Mike, give out great knowledge, whether you not, much appreciated. I learn a lot watching your streams. Keep up the good work. Hey, from me. Okay, thank you, sir. East within me. Yep. No good, thank you. All right, glad you agree with me. C money, IMSR. What the hell is that? IMSR. Terrestrial energy. Well, number one, she's dropping like a rock. Here's a new bottom today. The 9s are going for 80 cents. But look at the 950s, 0, 0, 0. So if I'm right at the money, it works great. One strike out of the money, nothing. Sorry, I'm going to have to say no. The numbers just don't look okay. Hi, are you selling options? Yes, I am. Thank you kindly. Was a SPAC. Okay. The occasional cash secured put. Thank you. All right, let's break out the chair, answer some questions. We only got 2 tonight. We found 6 yesterday. Where did you guys go? All right, what do we have? What do we have over here? Soul Taker, what's going on? Rick Trades, Kevin, hi. Good day. Eddie was here. Well, Eddie, how are you doing today? How far up the strike price do you usually aim for after your criteria is met? Eddie, I like to do right at the money. That's usually where the most money's going to be made. Hunting Glow. Hunting Iowa. Goodyear. Isn't that GT? Is it GT? Not GT. Unfortunately, who came out one? Hunting Iowa. Okay, Goodyear is a month. See that? These are all months over here. Yeah, I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Beast, like Dell again tomorrow. Yes, I like Dell also. Jim wants to take a look at Pfizer. PFE. Interesting. Pfizer. Let's take a gander at Pfizer. Here's the top, the bottom. Where it was, where it is, look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 25, 22. The 25 50s are going for 14. Yeah, I know. Because, see, if I buy at 25, 22, if I sell it at 25, I'm losing 22. Now I'm getting 18. 18 cents on a 12 stock. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Sorry, Pfizer doesn't work this week. All right. Let's keep on keeping on. Vic Pick, how are you today? How do you find weeklies? Iowa, you find weeklies going to the CBOE, Chicago Board of Options Exchange. Oh, that's okay, though. That was a good trade with Coles. Yes, it was. Most of the stocks he's searching on here, you'll see on weekly. If someone puts up a monthly, he'll point it out. Thank you. Are you a TA guy or more fundamentals? Okay, TA, I was going somewhere else with that. But it is what it is. I do both because the fundamentals gets the stock on my radar. Once the stock is on my radar, then technical analysis jumps in. But only after it passes the fundamentals. Miss Chelsea, good afternoon, or should I say good evening? Oh, Mike wants to take a look at Kinder Morgan. Uh-oh. Hunting, go to FinViz, gives you the list. Yeah, it does. Not the list you want, not the list that I want. Because, Mike, FinViz doesn't break down a monthly optionable stock and a weekly optionable stock. And I only want the weekly. I don't want to do the monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Ooh, SB 1981 wants to take a look at Hewlett Packard, HPQ. Now, the numbers are so good this morning with Hewlett. I jumped in and bought me some. $110 Beast, how are you today? All right, so I said, yes, I did buy some Hewlett Packard today. Let me point out why I did. All right, so for me, it's always by the numbers. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Is it a good company for you and me? Hey, that was good. Poet didn't know it. All right, so Hewlett Packard, the last year, this is what it looks like. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it went, okay? Here's where we are. Down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. Bottom of the year's here. She shot back up, pulled back down, and now we're back up again. So let's zoom into that last 30 days because that gives me a good idea of where do I think it goes next. Okay, Ruben, Zoom monitor does not appear on YouTube. Damn it. Chelsea wants to take a look at the Dow Jones. Okay, Chelsea just sit right Hewlett Packard. Last 30 days, here's the top, here's the bottom, here's your 2 days to the upside, right there. Bottom's right there. She's bouncing up. 24.38. The 24.50s are going for 8. That's more than 3%. If you like Hewlett Packard. Well, let's take a look at the other numbers. Okay, let's get out of there. Let's change it to a covered call. Okay, and let's do 24.50s. We'll do it. Here we go. And here's John covered call Hewlett Packard. 28 November. The 24.5 option, call option against the Hewlett Packard. Okay. Max profit 96. Cost of the trade or the investment in this weekly asset is a 2,300. So let's check the math and see what that looks like. The profit, divide that by the 2, 3, 5, 4, gives me a grand total of 4%. Well, hell yeah, we're going to take that one. 4%. Hell yeah. Let's hold on a second. Okay, there it is, right there. And let's pull it up. There it is right there. Hewlett Packard. Okay, that's better. Okay, time. Nope, that ain't gonna work. All right. Yeah, okay. Hewlett Packard, 28 November, 24 and a half option. 96 is the investment. 23 is how much money we got to put up. Rate of return is 4%. If you like Hewlett Packard, I hate when that happens. Come on, come on. $4. Okay. I'll try one more time. There we go. All right. What do we have next? Next. Guess $100 to get started with. Ouch. Well, actually, you could do dividend capturing. Okay, dividend capturing with fractional shares. Jump in, buy the stock just before the EX date, grab the dividend, jump on out, and move on to the next one. James, do you think they'll play the 0 days till expiration options? Yeah, I don't play that one, sorry. Huntington Glower, okay, you'll need $100 of whatever company, yep, okay. Okay. The market was on tier today. I love it, and I hope it will keep it up. Okay, good. I've got a lot of ground to make up for these days, these quantum stocks and some AI. Okay? Let's keep on moving. Caden Sweets. Okay. Caden's new Johnson & Johnson. However, I may have bought it twice in 30. Okay. Hello from Indonesia. Well, hello to you too, J Kicks. Taco Ida, good evening. Okay, 110C Beast, AbbVie, Procter & Gamble, Lowe's, all work for you, I believe. Yes, they do. Well, I've got a lot of ground to make up. Okay, got that one. How about Intel? Beast within me, we'll take a look at that in a second. Right now, Johnson & Johnson, I'm going to say no before we even look at it. It's at the high of the year. Yeah, I don't do the high of the year. It doesn't work for me. Okay, for people with low starting funds, there are now weekly dividend ETFs. Okay, thank you. Okay, so 110C Beast. Let's sit down and look at these. He wants to look at 4 of them at once. All right, well, let's take a look. What do we have? We have AbbVie, ABBV. No rhyme or reason. Okay, don't really know where it's going, so no to that one. Procter & Gamble, PG. Oh, that looks like it's a great. All right, you got the bottom of the year right there a couple of weeks ago. Okay, she's dropping, bottom of the year right there. Now she's shooting up. All right, well, let's zoom into that. here's your last 30 days for Procter & Gamble. Okay, here's your 30-day top, 30-day bottom. She drops, now she's back up again. Okay, she was here at 144. She hits 152. That is $6. 144, no. 144 to 151. $5. That's only not a whole heck of a lot now, is it? All right. So we're sitting at 146, 147. Seven's going for $1. Terribly sorry, not even 1%. Sorry for that one, not even 1%. Okay, lows. Interesting, same thing. Oh yeah, a little bit of pullback today. Do you see that right there? Here's your bottom. Last week she shoots up nicely. Perfect place to jump in. But today, no. A little bit of a pullback today. Dividend, Intel, INTC. Ooh, now that one looks interesting. It does, it does. Check it out. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Down, sideways, up, down, up. 35.79. The 36 is going for 62. That's over 2%. Let's check it out. Here's our last 30 days. Okay, up, down, down. Now we're going back up again. Well, that makes sense to me. Makes sense. Looks good. So why not? Let's try it out. The 36s. And here's what it sounds like. By one covered call, Intel, 28 November 25. That's this coming Friday. The 36 call option against the stock at the market to open. Okay, 95 is the profit. 3,500 is the investment. Now, if I'm creating a weekly producing cash asset that gives me cash every single week, why the hell not? Pick a good company, one that you like, one that makes sense, one that you understand, one that you've been following. Okay, so the numbers. Profit, 550. The investment, 3505. That comes to a grand total of 2.7%. And I like 2.7%. It's Lowe's. No, it's Intel. Sorry, Intel. If like Intel, of course. So let's take a look. There it is, right there. Intel, 28 November, which is this coming Friday. The 36 Cullen, 95.50 is the profit, 3,500 is the investment. Does it make sense or not? You like the company or you don't. Do you get the most profit buying low and selling high? Well, this thing was at the low just a little while ago. Now, what did we say in this one? 2.7? $2.7. There we go. So we've got 4 tonight so far. Alrighty then. What else do we got? BMNR? No, we already looked at BMNR. Sorry. Intel went on the list. Let's go. Yep. Good call. How do a couple of Intel for you tomorrow? Okay. Now let's do that. Okay. All right. $2.7. Beautiful. Intel. Oh, you're wrong then. Woody Anderson, how are you today? All right, what else do we have? Mr. Unemployed, good evening. 1981, SB, what's going on? Mr. Unemployed, thank you for that. All right. Let's cook them. All righty. Thank you there, Mr. Unemployed. Dr. J, not a good stock advice. It could go to zero. Dr. J, you do realize that everything to go to zero. However, I've never seen anything go to zero. Just in case you're curious. Joel, what's your take on PSEC? All right, Joey wants to take a look. Wait a minute. I was in it a couple of months ago. I got assigned out and made a bid. Okay, that's a good thing. Amazingly interesting, but it seems to me this is gambling in a suit and tie. Okay, Red Gingerbread, I appreciate your input. Tufan, how are you doing today? When you already own the stock, do you have it on a single or covered? If I already own the stock, I always put it on a single. All right. All right, where was I? Wow, I missed quite a bit, didn't I? Yeah, so Dr. J, not good stock advice. It could go to zero. Okay, Dr. J, I'm kind of curious. Like to have a conversation or just a couple of tidbits of negative stuff and then you leave? I don't know. What's my take on PSEC? Down for next week. Down for next, imagine that. No chart on YouTube. Uh-oh. All right, let's go back to YouTube again. Let's go back to that is one. Quickly find out why it's not on. The book is working, right? Get out of there. Back there. Over to. And what's the next question we got? Harley. Joey wants to take a look at Harley Davidson. HOG. Nice little bounce up today. A year ago was the high of the year, 35.31. We bottomed out after a 50% drop in the second week of April. Okay. Well, from there, jumped back up to 31. All right, we dropped down to 20. We jumped up to 31, which is a 50% increase. So we had a 50% decrease, 50% increase, and then we go from 31 to 22, which is $9. Well, $9 on a $32 stock is right around 33%, 34, 35, somewhere in that area. Let's take a look. All right. So the last 30 days, 24 right there. Okay. 30 days ago. Uh-oh, low battery again. Okay. Sit tight over here. Intel, beautiful. Okay, great. Same as Colgate Palmolive, next here, McKesson, Target, Kimberly-Clark, and Pepsi. Okay, thank you there, Sea Beast. Okay, what else are we doing? Okay, so over here, Harley Davidson. So I'm kind of liking the 24s because they look good today. Okay, last Thursday, the 30 bottom. Friday, higher. Today, higher. Definitely an opportunity for tomorrow. So let's take a gander at it, at the 24s for tomorrow. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's change this, the covered call. The 24, there it is. One covered call on Harley Davidson. Going to look something like this. Covered call, HOG, 28 November. That's this coming Friday. The $24 call option against the stock at the market. Profit's 40 bucks. The investment is 2,300. All right, let's get the calculator. 40 bucks is the profit. The investment is 23.60. That's 1.69%. That's well over 1%, right? Why the hell not? Come on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Why not? It's Harley Davidson, right? Harley Davidson, 1.7. HOG, Harley Davidson, 28 November, the $24 call option. $40 is the profit. 2,300 is the investment. It's a 1.7% return for 1 week if you like Harley Davidson. $1.7. Whoops. 1.7%. That's 5. We got 5 tonight. Alrighty, alrighty. What else do we have? Alright. Okay. So Dr. J, let's send Dr. J a message. Hey, Dr. J, comma. You got some negative stuff to say? Well, let's hear your opinions, if you don't mind. Okay, just had to send him a little note. Love negative people. They always seem to just come in, drop what they're saying, and then they just leave without, giving a response. BMNR, we already looked at that one. Good evening, 81. Dell, we already looked at L. We already looked at that. We already looked at that. Dr. J, yep. HL has been my play for months. Joe Christie, HL. What is HL, Joe Christie? HL. Helka Mine. Okay, it's a mining company. She was at $4 a while ago. Now we're at 14. The last 30 days has us looking something like this. Down, up, down. Now she's going back up. 14.50s. They're going for 37, which is more than 2%. Okay, the options don't look that bad. All right, well, let's take a look. Now, I've never heard of it. And no, this is not advice. This is just someone's opinion or someone's thoughts. That's all it is. It's just my thought. All right, the 14.50. Covered call right there. The 14.50 right there. Just one contract. Looks something like this. Here we go. By one covered call, HL, 28 November, 14.50 call option against the stock at the market. 47 is the profit. The cost of the trade, including commissions and fees, is $1,400. So let's figure out what that is. All right, calculator. $47 divided by the investment, 1403, comes to a grand total of 3.3%. Well, hell yeah, we're going to save that one. $3.3. Okay, I can do 3.3. And there she is right there. HL, the 28th November, that's this coming Friday, 14.5 call option. 47 is the profit, 14 is the investment. What does it come to? 3.3%. Why the hell not? I like 3.3%, but I don't have no idea who this company is, though. But we'll write it down, in case somebody likes it. Okay, 3.3%. There you go, 3.3%. Why not? Too fine. How are you today? Kevin, no problem. Please stick around and listen. His giving advice of value for free. Thank you, Kevin. Newbie here. When is the best time to enter the stock, these trades, before market opens? Kevin, it's always going to be dependent upon you. All right. Do you have the time to be able? Calibri wants to take a look at SMR. SMR. We're going to say no to SMR for this week, Calibri. Give me 1 second while I get to it. Now, the only reason I say that is look at where the bottom is. See, the top's way up here, and she's dropping, dropping, dropping. Now we're way down to here, just getting ready to turn around. Okay, maybe in a couple of days. Maybe today. Yesterday could be the bottom. Lucian, stock crypto. Are you selling calls or selling puts? Lucian, I'm selling calls. You like that, Kevin? Cool beans. All right, so SMR, it could be the bottom yesterday, and today could be the first day to the upside. Well, let's look at it again tomorrow. I'll write SMR down. SMR. Okay, we'll take a gander at it. All right, Kevin, nicely going, nicely going. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Red Ginger. Interesting. I never heard that one before. Gambling in a suit and tie. Okay. Hog looks good. We took a look at that one. How do you compare it to gambling? Sheesh. I'll be busy tomorrow like Dell, Kohl's, more of it, and Intel and HUP in Hewlett Packard. Yeah. Hog looks good too. It's like putting money in a fruit machine and hoping for a cherry. Viz buy stocks, hope they go up. Okay. Check out CMG. Isn't that Chipotle, CMG? Read. It's selling the market and the chance to purchase your shares at the specific price with a certain time frame. You can get the paid called premium. Thank you. And you get paid a premium. Yep. Joey, Uptown. Most folks don't understand. No, they don't. They should come for a few days before saying anything. What they don't understand is like to criticize just to try to be noticed. Alrighty then. I appreciate all that. Whoa, ho, ho. Hold the phone, everybody. Alex is in the house. Alex has showed up. All right, Alex. How you doing there, brother? Alrighty. So, what else do we have over here? Tommy wants to take a look at Eli Lilly. Hell no. Okay, why are we looking at this, Thomas? Who came up with Eli Lilly? Tommy. Yeah, Tommy, why are we looking at it? It's at the high of the year. What possibly could we get out of that one? All right, Gabriel, thank you. Interesting. Doing better now. What are we looking at? Missed you over the weekend. All righty then. Tommy, Eli Lilly. It's at the high of the year, brother. It just doesn't make any sense. Where's the opportunity? Unless I want to sell, sell some puts. No, thank you. Captain AA. Hold the phone. User 61118118108108563. Whatever. On Dell, 4.3% profit guaranteed no matter. Okay, that's not what I said. Okay, and there is no such. There's only 3 guarantees in life. User 611. Why you got 2 angles? Long lost captain. No idea what we're talking about. If you don't mind to clarify, what do you mean by 2 angles? Not quite sure what you mean by that. So SMR, when you look at it tomorrow to see if it's a green candle, do you look at the beginning, middle, or the end of the day to jump in? That's a good question. 2 streams. Oh, well, 2 streams is one thing. 2 angles is a total different story. And he's right. There are 2 angles. Actually, there's more than 2 angles. I got 7 cameras going, so yeah, you got a camera from each. We get an angle from each camera. So that's 7 different angles. All right, anyway. Yeah, we'll take a look at SMR again tomorrow, see what it looks like. Eagle 18. Okay, AA Captain wants to take a look at Alcoa. Interesting. Let's take a look. Now, Alcoa, here's the top, the bottom, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this, down, up, down, up. Okay, that's simple. Look what's going on right there. It's in an upward trend. It's in a nice upward trend. Check it out. From the low in April, okay, from the bottom in April, nice steady upward trend to where we are today. Okay, here's the high here. She pulled back, retraced, pulled back again. Now we're going back up again. Well, let's zoom in a little bit closer. Check out the last 30 days. So here's the last 30 days. Gives me a better idea. Where do I think it's going next? Here's the high. Here's the low. She shoots back up, pulls back down. Now she's going back up again. 38.72, I'd be looking at the 39s, and the 39s are going for 61. Not quite 2%, but still not a bad price at all. So let's do one at 39. At the market, here we go. By 1 covered call, Alcoa, 28 November, that's this coming Friday, the $39 call option. Well, maybe we should do the $38.50 because the price right now is $38.43. So the $38.50 would probably be a better choice. Here we go. Almost the same thing. Buy 1 covered call, AA, 28 November, $38.50. Because the stock is currently at $38.41. So the $38.50, that's going to be the closest strike price. My profit's 97. Investment is 3,700. Let's take a look. What can I look forward to getting on this thing on a weekly basis? Roughly. It's not going to be exact, but a rough idea. Okay, so this week it's $97.50 for one contract. Okay, the investment is $37.53, and that gives me 2.6%. Well, I like 2.6%. Why the hell not? It's simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. That's over 50% by the end of the year. And I'm perfectly okay with 50% by the end of the year. But this one has 2.6%. There it is right here. Here we go. Yeah, buddy. All right, check it out. Alcoa AA. 28 November 25. That's this coming Friday. It means the option's going to expire this Friday. The 38.50 call option, 97.50 is the profit, 3,700 is the investment. It's a 2.6% interest for 1 week. Now, if 1% a week is 50% per year, 2% a week has got to be over 100% a year. That's doubling your money every year if you like a company like this one. Does it make sense? Is it something you want to buy and hold on to? All right, so let's save this one. Right there. What did it come to? 2.6. I think that's enough for tonight. $2.6%. What's wrong with that? All right, let's take some questions. James, do market orders or limit orders? Now, I do a market order when I'm jumping in because the stock and the option are tied together, so I know exactly what I'm going to make. I try to stay away from limit orders, only entering. I limit them. Now, wow, 4%. Chelsea, we'll still get into that Dow. I haven't forgotten about you. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And back to the beginning, right where we were. All right. Foo-foo. Just make sure you don't sell for a loss. Absolutely. Yeah, AA Captain, Alcoa. Tommy, we already looked at Eli Lilly. Cliff says, hell no. Shinobu wants to take a look at Wolf. Why are we looking at Wolf? WULF. TerraWolf. Okay. 1263. The 1250s are going for 48. All right, interesting. Why are we looking at this one? Sit tight. I do limit orders. Alrighty, I try to go between the bid and the ask. There you go. Buy them in separate. I'll buy the stock, and I want then to go in and put it. Okay, that makes sense. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Beast within. Okay, we're all different. We all do different things. All right, so Wolf. I have no idea who they are or what they do, but here it is. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. She drops. She shoots up. Pulls back. Back up again. Well, that doesn't look that bad at the moment. Here's the last 30. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up. Okay, it is in an upward trend. 1260. The 1250 is going for 459. Well, that's over 2 or 3%. Low battery. Damn it. This low battery thing is driving me crazy. All right, that's charging. Charging. All right. All right. Yep, same. Work it for just the adjusted group price doesn't hit. Yep, gotta love that one. That's exactly what I do because I like to see the premium in my ledger. I'm still new. It's still a second week, but all my orders have been filled within minutes. Cool beans. I have 1,000, but I would like to learn them. I have 1,000 I would like to learn. Just keep coming back, keep asking questions. Yep, just keep showing up every night, just like I did. Okay. On my way. Yay! All right. So, wolf. Interesting. Snow. Is that Snowden? SOSNOW? Doesn't Snowflake like have no dividends at all? Let's find out. Now, if you're going to be investing